On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
On second down, Elliott once more. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun again to Elliott. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And Godot's kick is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford.
And that's checked down to Gordon.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game, because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep, Jalen Richard. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
2nd and 10.
Here's Stafford. To Gordon, out left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Nah, it's about 12. I see it.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. The 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers.
So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. No more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. 1st down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down carry by Elliott.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tanner Muse in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Stafford here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
The sneak successful from a yard out.
And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Wentz on third down. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm string from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Escaping the pressure right. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Tanner Muse has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete.
The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Elliott.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ezekiel Elliott, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. This is Gordon. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Gordon on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's got Perriman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Play action. Now Wentz. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw is caught here by Anderson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Play action. Stafford.
He's going to look deep for Perriman.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
22.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Throwing again is Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On play action, it's Wentz. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, got to have this one.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Sisco.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Zebra, 32.
Throwing here, Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Melvin Gordon punching it in from a yard away.
And the Niners stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Extra point good by Prater. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And certainly starting to appear that they might finally be about to suffer that first loss of the season.
It got his man complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Check, 43. Let's go.
Now a play fake. Wentz.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by the rookie, Andre Sisco. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safe.